unconventional Saturday. Listen, this isn't the normal setup, but I give you what I got. And of course, I had to go forward. It's the first game of the season. Y'all know what it is. Through the eye of the tiger. It's your boy Pitts Sports Zone, Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Bowie TV with the great Robert Morris University. Let's go, Bobby Moe, Coach Bernard Clark Jr. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Pitts. How you doing? I see we live from I-95. Where are you?
Hey, I like that. Live from I-95. You see, now I had to shift the mindset. This week's word, mindset. I'm shifting from driving. We shifting to game day. We spoke a couple days ago, Coach. We was talking about the travels. First off, glad to see that you guys made it. Talk about that travel to Utah.
It was nice. It was actually a nice – people always ask me, how was the flight? As long as the flight lands, that's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about turbulence. I don't care about anything. But the flight was nice. The guys were good. We got here, got settled, had a great walkthrough yesterday. The coaches are meeting right now, walking through some other stuff. So we're excited about this game.
And let's get it. We're here. What's your feelings? When you woke up this morning, did you wake up like Martin did in Bad Boys for Life when he came back in the hospital and he just was smiling, woke up, took everything out, let's go?
There's no doubt. I mean, I didn't walk outside nude, but I did go for a long, nice walk. My wife and I went for a walk this morning, just kind of clear my mind a little bit, talk a little bit with her. But I'm excited about the game. It's like I told you on Thursday, pitches. Nothing more exciting than seeing our guys prepare for a game, getting ready, getting in the right mode, right frame of mind, and they're doing all those things, and our guys are functioning on all cylinders. So let's hope it leads to something good.
We talked about the offensive line, right, being one of those things. Were you able to get any of those, any players that you didn't think was going to be able to go, may be able to go now?
No, we didn't get any of those guys back that we didn't think we'd get back. But like I said, the exciting thing about it is, like I told you, we moved the young man, Mophie, to offensive line probably about 3 weeks ago. And Mophie's one of those guys who hadn't seen the field as defensive line. He made the move, and he's excited about it. So I'm happy to see him getting an opportunity to get out there and play and see what he's capable of doing. So we may move some things around. We're not 100% sure on who's going to start, who's not going to start. We just know we're ready for this football game.
What is your thoughts? What is your message to the team this morning when you walk in? After they get taped, you go out for pregame. You get a test of the field, the environment. You feel the energy. First game of the season. What are your words to your team?
The biggest thing I want these guys to understand is, and I heard one of the coaches said this. I was listening to one of the other podcasts, and it's so prevalent and it's so true. There's no such thing as pressure. Don't worry about pressure. Pressure only happens when you don't know what you're doing, when you're fearful. We've prepared for this game. You prepared yourself for this game. Understand that you have our trust as coaches. You have the trust of your teammates. Go out there and do your job and do what's important to you and do what a Colonial does, and that's play hard and compete.
The mindset of your team this week is compete. The mindset of your team this week is determination. The mindset of your team this week is to go out and everything that you guys been practicing from spring ball to fall camp to now. Mindset is transcended. Put everything that you've learned on the practice field into game-like situation. Are there any challenges that you feel that may be something? Do you think the environment may be a challenge when you talk about the air or things of that nature?
To be honest with you, yesterday when we had the walkthrough, none of our guys even talked about the altitude. So that's a great thing, not talking about those things. And the other thing, like I said, they all seem prepared. There weren't a whole lot of mistakes doing walkthrough, not a whole lot of missed assignments. Again, like I was saying on Thursday pitch, we got to play clean. And what I mean by that, can't have a whole lot of penalties, can't have a whole lot of turnovers. We got to go out here and understand that we're facing an opponent that's bigger than us. But you can't worry about them being bigger than us. You got to make sure the preparation that you've had is going to put you in a position. The coach is going to put you in the right position to make the plays. Now, when you're in those positions, you have to make those plays happen. And that's the thing that's extremely important when you're entering a game like this where you're probably huge underdogs, but I have no idea where we are. I don't pay attention to that stuff. All I think about is on Saturdays, being on that field, face-to-face, man-to-man, and see who wins there 1 out of 11. That's what it boils down to.
Well, I know one thing. I know last year y'all was the underdog and y'all smacked them in the mouth, but we ain't gonna go back to that. That was last year's news, last year's paper.
Right.
But when you talk about one of the things that kind of plagued defensively with you guys last year was missed tackles. Was not sound tackling, should I say.
Right.
Has that been a point of emphasis during camp this year? Or have you not had to worry about that from what you've seen?
That's always a point of emphasis because, again, you can't tackle as much as you used to tackle back when you and I played college football. You can't have as many scrimmages. So that's always a point of emphasis, especially when you get into a game where everything's moving faster. You can't simulate game speed in practice. That's probably the toughest thing to do. So that's always a point of emphasis. But our coaches, defensive coaches, have done a great job. Coach Plunges has those guys working hard, doing tackling circuits and making sure they do tackling every day and individual. So our guys have worked on it, and we've had a couple of scrimmages where they've been live and things have been exciting about that. So our guys are doing the things they need to do to be good tacklers. But the positive thing about that when it comes to tackling is when you've watched the film and you see 11 guys around the ball, you may not be making a tackle, but you got 11 guys, 9 guys, 8 guys around the ball every single play. That's the thing that's important when you're in practice. When you're seeing those guys, if you see 1 or 2 guys around the ball, that's when it becomes an issue. That's when it becomes a problem. When you're seeing 8, 9, 10 guys around the ball at a time, you're not worried too much about tackling because one guy misses it, there's another guy there to make it.
Right. One question I wanted to ask and pertaining to tackling, I know it hasn't, this is rhetorical, but I'm going to ask it anyways. When we see defenders at some college level and at the NFL level making tackles and they're not rapping, they're just going in for that hard hit. How do you uncoach that, or how do you try to highlight those moments to take that out of your defenders' games?
It's tough. I always tell guys there's no such thing as a perfect tackle. If you get the man down, you tackle him. But there is a perfect way to tackle. So we got to make sure we're practicing the perfect way to tackle. Make sure your head's up. You bend at your knees, not at your waist. Make sure you see your target as you're going in, and make sure you wrap up and grab cloth. So we're teaching them that way all the time. But when they see the big hits on TV, it's hard for guys not to envision themselves making those same big hits. But I tell guys, it's about getting the guy on the ground. It's not about blowing him up. It's not doing all those things are nice. We'd love to blow him up. We'd love to knock him out because assault and battery is legal on Saturdays. We'd love to do all those things, but we want to make sure we get him on the ground, whatever it takes to get him on the ground. So we emphasize to our guys going in, make sure you bend at your knees, not at your waist. Make sure you keep your eyes on your target, keep your neck bulled, wrap up, grab cloth, and get him on the ground. So we're constantly emphasizing those things. So we're hoping our guys are listening and paying attention.
When we talk about the advantage and disadvantage, well, now this year they're able to have a mic and one mic in defense and one mic on offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does that play? How does that disadvantage, or how is that a disadvantage or an advantage to your team?
I'm not sure, to be totally honest with you yet, Pitts, because we haven't faced it yet. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a big thing, because I know at 15 seconds, the coaches on that side can no longer talk to the guys. And some guys may get caught up in that, trying to figure out, trying to wait to the last second to get the play in. It may take too long. So I'm not sure if it's going to affect us positively or negatively because we haven't faced it yet. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect us, but it's going to happen today because Utah State does have the mic and the helmet and we do not. So it's a situation that we're going to see. I know our defense is ready. I know we prepared ourselves. Like I told you on Thursday, they were the 5th fastest FBS school getting plays off in the nation last year. So we're ready for that regardless of how it goes, because we know we have to prepare ourselves and put our guys in a position to where our defense can get a line quickly in order to make those tackles, in order to slow this team down.
When you walk into the locker room and you look into your guys' eyes, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the eye of the tiger. No, I'm just joking.
Let's go.
No, I'm looking for guys to look. If a guy's looking at me, if a guy's got his eyes on me, not looking at the ground, not paying attention to what's going on, that's what's exciting to me. A guy that's ready. He's got that blood in his eyes. He's got that look in his eyes. He doesn't have that trout look, that trout fish look where his mouth's open and he's staring at me. No, he's excited about walking on that football field, because and I know, after that first hit, man, there ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it.
It wakes you up.
Absolutely. Wakes you up real quick.
So last thing before I let you go. Hey man, I saw the video of y'all hopping off the plane coming off the plane, and I'm gonna say this live. Coach Ty hopped off the plane, looked like he's just coming off a BET award moment. Like he came down to the bottom of the steps. He had that little. I was like, who Coach T think he is?
You know, every now and then I have to throw on a suit to make everybody understand. You know, I can still dress when I need to dress, even though my wife's dressing me. But we're still putting ourselves in a good light. And the other thing, you know, we've been doing this all summer, you know, throughout training camp. And what we've been doing is we have what's called a colonial creed. And we talk that creed out every time before we hit the field. And what that creed says is, I would never quit. If knocked down, I would get back up again and again and again. I would do all that is required of me to accomplish my job. I would use every ounce of strength that I have to protect my teammate.
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I'm a Robert Morris football player. And each of our guys have recited that, and each of our guys understand that, and each of our guys knows what it means. So when we take that field, it's all about competing. It's all about protecting my teammate. It's all about fighting for my teammate. So we're excited for this thing. So once again, let's go, Bobby Moore.
Listen, Coach, hope you guys have a good game today. Good luck, man. I hope you guys walk away, you know, unscathed, you know, no injuries. The mindset is exactly that, is colonial football. It's Pittsburgh football. There are no more complaints. There is no more, you know, hey, listen, this is what you fought for. This is what you practiced for. This is what you prepare for. Now all we got to do is go out and seize the moment.
100%, man. Let's make it happen, man. And I tell my guys all the time, man, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It's not our light that frightens us. It's not the darkness that's frightening us. It's our light. So go out there and let your light shine and play hard.
Hey, like my man said, Coach Carter, why keep asking me that? Why keep asking me that? What's your deepest fear?
That's it, baby. That's it. Let's
Good luck today, Coach.
Hey, man, be safe. Hey, be careful pulling back on I-95, all right?
Hey, it's live from I-95. I'm your host, Fitz, Pitt Sports Zone, Fitz and Push Sports Talk Radio, Bowie TV. Robert Morris University today against Utah State is going down. Clock in, check in, do what you got to do. But listen, good luck, Coach. Enjoy the game.
Much love, Pitch. Take care, buddy.
Yeah.